Hello, everyone. I'm Mike Tirico, and tonight we're continuing Olympic Games Week with a look back at some of the best moments in women's gymnastics. We're going to start with the 1996 Olympics, where a group of teenagers, known as the Magnificent Seven, won their first ever women's team gold medal for the United States in front of a great home crowd in Atlanta. Since then, the U.S. program has been the best in the world and has produced stars like Carly Patterson, who we're going to see win all-around gold in 2004, or the athletes who followed in her footsteps 4 years later, when Nastia Liukin and Shawn Johnson inspired a generation of young gymnasts with their 1-2 finish in Beijing. To start off this night of Olympic Classics, here's Carolyn Mano to set up the 1996 women's team final in Atlanta.
Hi everyone, I'm Carolyn Mano and welcome to this edition of Olympic Classics, where we are reliving the women's gymnastics team competition from the 1996 Olympic Games. 4 years after U.S. bronze in Barcelona, Atlanta marked the debut of the Magnificent Seven, one of the most celebrated teams in Olympic history. The Magnificent Seven was made up of 4 Olympic newcomers, Amanda Borden, Amy Chow, Dominique Moceanu, and J.C. Phelps, along with returning Olympians Dominique Dawes, Shannon Miller, and Carrie Strug. Here's Bob Costas from Atlanta on July 23rd, 1996.
Right now, we turn to women's gymnastics. As promised, the team competition, and the United States, which has become a power in recent years, now looking to become the power. Over to the packed Georgia Dome we go to join Elfie Schlegel, Tim Daggett, and John Tesh.
Marching as to war, these 7 little girls. It has all come down to this, the first chance. This crowd of over 30,000 here in the Georgia Dome is getting a chance to see a ladies' final in gymnastics, the team competition. And they are as cool as they can be. Game faces for all of them. A tremendous amount of pressure from this home field crowd. The 4 top teams here: Russia, the United States, Romania, Ukraine. And you are hearing the U.S. team being announced to this crowd who are on their feet. Dominique Moceanu, Carrie Strug, Dominique Dawes, Amy Chow, Shannon Miller, J.C. Phelps, Amanda Borden, they are all here. And really, for the first time in history, with a tremendous chance, the best chance they have had in history to win a gold medal. Hi again, everybody. John Tesh, along with Tim Daggett and Elfie Schlegel. I know you can feel the excitement. So can we. Hopefully, for the Americans, they won't feel too much of it, Tim.
Well, you know, this is a pressure-packed situation, and actually, they've never really been in this situation before. Many of the other teams, the Romanians, they've been second so many times, but they're the current world team champions. The Russians, with the tradition there from the former Soviet Union, they've all been there before, except for the Americans. But I'd say it's the deepest team out on the floor tonight is the USA gymnastics team.
You looked at the Romanians on the beam. The Americans will start on the uneven bars. How do you feel about them starting there first?
Oh, I think it's a perfect position for the U.S. team to be starting on uneven bars. They've been in this position before. I think they're very comfortable. I certainly wouldn't want to be starting on balance beam because a lot of things went crazy in the compulsory team competition. But they're great on this event, John. They can post some pretty high scores and feel good about it.
I spoke with Nadia Comaneci about 1 hour ago, and she said that she thought it was an advantage for the Romanians to start on the beam because she said they would get it out of the way. She did say that these injuries are really going to hurt them. We'll fill you in more on that a bit later on. There was a shot of Nadia. The Russians, who are, of course, leading, they are going to be on the vault. let's give you a look at the standings after the first half of this competition. After the compulsories, Russia, the United States is 1/10 of a point behind them, followed by Romania, Ukraine, China, and Belarus. We will just see the top 4 teams. China and Belarus competed earlier as we get a look at Carrie Strug on the right of your screen and J.C. Phelps. The competition will begin with the Americans on bars in a moment.
Miracles. What we deliver by delivering.
At Domino's, we pride ourselves on handcrafted pizza. But after leaving our 450-degree ovens, the only hands that touch them are yours. Mix and match any 2 or more for just $5.99 each and get them with contactless delivery from Domino's.
Though miles, walls, and circumstances keep us apart, we're all on the same team. 4 Imprint. Products for bringing teams together.
Humira patients, this one's for you. You inspired us to make your Humira experience even better with Humira Citrate Free. It has the same effectiveness you know and trust, but we remove the citrate buffers. There's less liquid and a thinner needle with less pain immediately following injection. Ask your doctor about Humira Citrate Free, and you can use your copay card to pay as little as $5 a month.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections. Serious and sometimes fatal infections, including tuberculosis and cancers, including lymphoma, have happened, as have blood, liver, and nervous system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are common, and if you've had TB, hepatitis B, are prone to infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection.
Ask your doctor about Humira Citrate Free, the same Humira you trust with less pain immediately following injection.
If you can't afford your medicine, AbbVie may be able to help.
The hardest part isn't the work itself. It's not the early mornings, the long days, the late nights, the aches and the pains, or the urge to quit. No. The hardest part is not knowing whether you'll have what you need to succeed. But Team USA athletes know there's always a team behind them. Now is your chance to join that team. Donate now at teamusafund.org.
Welcome back. J.C. Phelps will be first for the Americans on bars. Again, the Americans will compete on bars, all 6 team members. There are 7 team members. They're allowed to use 6 members on each piece of apparatus, and then you drop the lowest score, which leaves you with 5. And remember, the Romanians only have 6 team members, so each one of them will have to go on each of the 4 pieces of apparatus.
We talked about the importance of the first competitor. They start the move. The whole, a lot depends on this young lady. And remember, she had a fall in the compulsory competition off the balance beam. So for herself, she needs to put in a great exercise to start this Team USA off right.
J.C. is 16 years old, training in Cincinnati, Ohio with Mary Lee Tracy, who's also one of the Olympic coaches along with Marta Karoli. You can hear the floor exercise music from the Ukrainians in the background here.
John, I talked about the strength of this U.S. team on this particular event. What I meant by that is they have difficulty throughout the entire routine from start to finish. There's no dying out in this routine. Very well composed exercises.
Relatively new dismount for J.C. Handles it well. J.C. Phelps gets the Americans off to a strong start.
In her first Olympic Games. And that is pressure personified.
Tim talked about a relatively new dismount. She actually unveiled this dismount at the World Championships this past year in Puerto Rico. It's a double front salto. This is where she usually ends, but she cranks in a half twist. That's new. Very impressive.
6 judges from 6 different countries. They will throw out the high and the low. JC will sit and wait for her score while the next competitor on bars for Team USA, Carrie Strug. And a 9-7-8-7, a tremendous start for the United States.
Remember, scores tend to build, so that is huge right off the bat.
Carrie Strug, 18 years old. Remember her from the Barcelona games? Also remembered as the gymnast edged out by pre-Olympic favorite Kim Zmeskal for their 3rd and final American berth.
First big release skill out of the way. Carrie has one more planned.
She was so solid in compulsories.
Solid.
You can hear Bella Caroli's voice, her coach, in the background.
Watch this dismount. When it's great, she usually sticks it.
This is huge for the Americans. High five for Carrie Strug from Bella Caroli.
In their wildest dreams, they couldn't have imagined it have been any better than this.
Svetlana Khorkina on vault for the Russians.
Step back on the landing.
Remember, the women in this competition get 2 vaults. The best one counts.
Shannon Miller got chalk in her eye during the bar warm-up. She's been rubbing it for a while now.
John, that happens, and it basically blinds you.
She also has been nursing severe tendonitis in her left wrist that kept her out of the Olympic trials. Shannon holds the world title on the uneven bars. And Carrie Strug has been working with Caroli for years. She bounced around to many different gyms after the 92 games. Khorkina, a 9-7. And Carrie Strug score a 9-7-8-7.
I talked about great composition. Bella Caroli has done a good job choreographing this routine. She's tiny, but she can fly on this event. Now, pay attention to the dismount. I don't know if she's going to do it. She may unveil a new dismount.
Only 14 years old.
She's actually a little bit tighter today than I've seen her. A little tighter form. Here comes that big dismount. Full twisting double layout.
Hold on. Those are her parents, Dimitri and Camelia Moceanu. Three huge routines in a row for the Americans.
That's what we're talking about. No, that's from now on. All right. Yes. Yes.
Don't go away.
In 90 years at Farmers, we thought we'd seen it all, from fires and hurricanes to animal antics we could laugh about later. But we haven't seen this. So Farmers is reducing auto premiums by 25%, extending payment due dates, and expanding coverage for the delivery drivers who are carrying us through. And then we'll do the next thing, and the thing after that, until this is another thing we've seen and done.
Gather round. The Cravings Pack from Taco Bell. 4 crunchy tacos and 4 beefy 5-layer burritos for only $10. Pairs perfectly with all your Taco Bell favorites. So grab a $10 Cravings Pack for your crew at Taco Bell's contactless drive-thru.
These days, we've got new routines, new responsibilities, and even a few new coworkers too. But the one thing that isn't new is making sure you take time to connect with those you love. Keurig, brew the love.
Why not be the best that you can possibly be?
My hope is that my journey will continue to blaze trails for the generation coming after me.
When we come to that table, we know what we want.
We really try to break those barriers, and it's something that we should be proud of.
So I had to quit college to help my mom, but I never wanted to quit my dream of a career in IT.
There are 200,000 unfilled IT support roles in America. On Coursera, you can earn Google's IT Support Professional Certificate designed to prepare you for an IT support career in about 5 months for $49 a month. No degree or experience needed.
My job now is amazing. I can spend more time with my family.
Find courses, certificates, and degrees on Coursera. Join for free at Coursera.org. Coursera, your course to success.
Here's your chance to learn at home and create a rewarding career with great growth potential.
I found my computer career and it was just kind of a no-brainer.
If you're stuck in a job you can't stand, working too many hours for too little money, go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation right now. You could start your new life as an IT pro in months, not years. Classes meet live online just twice a week.
Since I've attended My Computer Career, I've been able to do work that I enjoy.
Now get up to $3,500 off with the Emergency Relief Grant at mycomputercareer.edu.
Welcome back. Moceanu's score is up a 9-8-1-2. That means a 9-7-8-7. Two of them, and this 9-8-1-2. Two more good scores, and the Americans could pass the Russians after this rotation. As Amy Chow is next.
This routine is simply incredible. This is her forte. She has the most unusual skills in this routine. It's just plain old neat.
Amy's 18 years old from San Jose, California. Remember, she had that horrible crash on the balance beam head first in the Olympic trials. Got up and finished the routine, and that's the only reason she made it here.
Boy, not a mistake so far from this entire U.S. team, but the highlights still to come.
Get ready for this dismount.
Double twisting, double somersault, 2 flips, 2 twists.
The Americans are nailing it, and the crowd loves it.
This truly is a team of superstars. We've been reading all week long in the paper, coaches from different countries saying they have no weakness. Certainly none right here. 2 flips, 2 twists. Incredibly difficult, just a small hop on the landing.
We're going to go over to Russia on the vault now. Yelena Grosheva.
I don't necessarily think this is a strength for the Russians. People have been asking, gee, what about the Americans starting on bars? Is that a disadvantage? She has had difficulty on this event.
Big hop forward there, Elfie. Big hop forward. And I think a little bit of what's happening is the Chinese men, they came out so strong.
9-8-3-7, the highest score thus far for the Americans. Shannon Miller. And if the others were great, she is quintessential bars. Keep in mind, the best finish for the U.S. in a fully attended Olympic Games is 3rd as a team in '92. The Americans are in 2nd. One at a time, one by one, they are cranking it.
This team is hot, John. They are absolutely on. It appears they want it. They are going after everything.
Steve Nuno, Shannon's coach.
Beautiful job. All right. What happened last night in the men's competition, the Russians came out, put a lot of pressure on the Chinese. The Chinese folded. We're seeing the Americans come out extremely strong.
The Romanians are doing very well on beam. We're going to try and get you over there. Well, the Russians have been having their problems on vault. They've been averaging on beam, the Romanians, about a 9.7, almost a 9.7. While the Romanians are in beam, the Russians are in vault. The Ukrainians are in floor exercise. The Americans will next move to beam. We just had a fall on the vault for the Russians.
Rosa Galieva, big fall.
Just moments ago, Rosa Galieva.
You know, the Russians were practicing earlier this morning. A lot of tears on this team.
The leading Russian. Watch this.
Misses her hand right there. Ooh. And there is no way you're going to put that to your feet after that happens.
Galieva's first fault, though, was a 9.675.
Come on, Dominique!
Shannon Miller's score is long incoming.
Come on, Dominique!
The scores for the Americans have been incredibly high.
John, when the scores come up so quick for every gymnast and then they slow down, that means there is a discrepancy. The judges are discussing it.
The crowd is waiting and chanting. No. .9787. So nothing lower than a 9.787 for the Americans on bars.
Steve Nuno pointing to the score. He's probably very confused. It's very low.
Dominique Dawes, in her second Olympic Games, saw that graphic, the oldest member of the team, with a lot of experience.
And when this young lady hits this set, she absolutely flies on her release moves. I don't think I've ever seen anyone take this skill that you're about to see coming up on the high bar as high as she performs it. Watch this.
Right here.
They call her Awesome Dawson. She is that. USA on the move to try and upset Russia. Her score's coming up. Dominique Dawes has just received her score of 9.850.
I have the power to lower my blood sugar and A1C.
Because I can still make my own insulin, and Trulicity activates my body to release it, like it's supposed to. Once weekly Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It's not insulin. It starts acting from the first dose, and it lowers risk of heart attack, stroke, or death in people with known heart disease or multiple risk factors.
Trulicity isn't for people with type 1 diabetes or diabetic ketoacidosis. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, diarrhea, vomiting, belly pain, and decreased appetite, which lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems.
I have it within me to lower my A1C.
Ask your doctor about Trulicity.
It's not pretty good or nothing. It's not acceptable or nothing. And it's definitely not close enough or nothing. Mercedes-Benz SUVs were engineered with only one mission in mind: to be the best. In the category, in the industry, in the world. During the spring event, get 0% APR financing up to 36 months on most models and 90-day first payment deferral on any model. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
This is Corona Hard Seltzer. The only hard seltzer made with pure beach vibes. With the taste of blue skies in every can. And a refreshing splash of fruit flavors. 0 grams carbs, 0 grams sugars, 90 calories. There's a lot to like about that. It's another way to find your beach.
You're watching Olympic Games Week on NBCSN.
World champion! Russell, another gold. More magic from Schifrin.
The crown is still his.
The most decorated gymnast ever. Syracuse just dropped the house. History for Michael Phelps.
And now yet another face of the country of Romania, Alexandra Marinescu. She is the youngest member of the team here, but she is also considered to be the most proficient. She has been compared by the entire country to Nadia Comaneci. And Nadia has said she is flattered by that comparison. The beam awaits her.
The beam was the one event that caused so many problems for this team. However, Alexandra was wonderful on this event. Top score.
The Romanians have endured many hardships here in Atlanta. When they arrived to train, this young lady, Ana Maria Bican, seriously injured her knee. You see her leaving the hospital earlier today. Seriously injured her knee, had to have surgery, and she was out for the games. They lost another young lady, and now they're only competing with 6. All the rest of the teams on the floor have 7 members. The pressure is on for Alexandra Marinescu. Marinescu on the balance beam.
In this competition, John, all these ladies have very difficult elements. It's just a question of who can stay on.
These are the optionals that count the remaining 50% that will help decide the team gold. We had the compulsories 2 days ago. These are the flashier, more difficult exercises for the women.
Oh, she's fighting. First serious tumbling series.
Very artistic gymnast. The Romanians are having an incredible run on beam here. We're seeing great gymnastics all around this gym.
You heard me mention that problem with Ana Maria Bican having surgery on her knee. Also, Lavinia Milosevic, team captain, sprained her ankle. Andrea Kokovan suffered an injury. She did not make the trip to Atlanta. They were, as soon as they got here, demoralized.
Whoa! And that was close. Very, very close. Almost sat that down and would have been a mandatory deduction, but somehow held on.
Also, Tim, I've noticed she took out a major skill that she's been performing all week long. It was a full twisting skill, very risky, but here on the dismount, almost sat this one down.
The Ukrainians were in 4th position entering this first rotation, and Lilia Prokopyeva is next to go on the floor exercise. You heard the same music over and over again the last couple of days in the men's and women's compulsories. You may select your own music for the optionals.
She is my favorite gymnast in this competition because she combines the artistry with the athleticism so well. Watch this first tumbling pass. Incredible. Double front with a half twist.
Keep in mind, the Americans are finished on bars. They will rotate next to the beam. The Russians are just finishing up on floor. up to date here. The Russians in this rotation faltered on the vault. The Romanians faltered on the beam. And the United States were near perfect on the bars. That means the U.S. could move into gold medal position after this first rotation, depending on how the Russians finish up here.
That's out of bounds, 110.
'95 world all-around champion Lilia Podkapayeva. The Russian coach, Leonid Arkayev, said that she is the female gymnast he misses having the most in the post-Soviet breakout.
You know, John, her coaches want her to be an actress out there on the stage, and this was quite a performance. Just put on some point shoes. She looks like a ballerina out there. Absolutely beautiful. What a treat. But the final tumbling pass, this is really a shame because she prides herself on sticking those landings. This was the final run, one step out, but that means 1/10.
She's marching to her next rotation before she gets her score. By the way, Alexandra Marinescu's score on the balance beam was a rather low 9.60. And so depending on Podkapayeva's score on floor, a 9.762, so it will be close to see who is in first place after the first rotation. As the standings come up, and yes, the United States has taken the lead away from Russia for the first time in history. 3 more rotations. The U.S. is in gold medal position. That's the good news. The bad news is, Elfie, that they are on balance beam next.
And remember, the balance beam was the event that caused them so many problems in compulsories. Anything can happen here.
The balance beam coming up for the Americans. 6 girls on the beam when we get back.
We are running our COVID-19 technology response on Teams.
Teams has given us the possibility to continue to innovate,
to continue business and to react and to decide action.
Bringing up video visits and accomplishing 14,000 visits in a matter of a few weeks.
L'Oréal, since first day, has decided to convert its facilities to produce hand sanitizer.
I can bring them in. I can actually share my screen and show the x-rays.
Completely agree. This is going to be a game changer for medicine.
The university is not only teaching, is research, is building up projects, is creating culture.
We care about keeping London safe, keeping the police service going. We're living on Teams. It's as simple as that.
Your mission: stand up to moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis and take it on with Rinvoq. Rinvoq, a once-daily pill, can dramatically improve symptoms. Rinvoq helps tame pain, stiffness, swelling, and for some, Rinvoq can even significantly reduce RA fatigue. That's Rinvoq relief. With RA, your overactive immune system attacks your joints. Rinvoq regulates it to help stop the attack.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious infections and blood clots, sometimes fatal, have occurred, as have certain cancers, including lymphoma, and tears in the stomach or intestines, and changes in lab results. Your doctor should monitor your blood work. Tell your doctor about any infections, and if you are or may become pregnant while taking Rinvoq.
Take on RA. Talk to your rheumatologist about Rinvoq relief. Rinvoq. Make it your mission. If you can't afford your medicine, AbbVie may be able to help.
TV just keeps getting better. How you watch it does too. This is Xfinity X1, featuring the Emmy Award-winning voice remote. Access to your favorite apps, including Netflix, Prime Video, YouTube, and Hulu. All without changing passwords and inputs. The most 4K content. And movies and shows on any screen. The best entertainment experience all in one place. Xfinity X1. Simple, easy, awesome. Xfinity, the future of awesome.
Welcome back. And if you're a fan of the United States, do not go anywhere. They are in first place for the first time in history after one rotation in the team competition, the final here at the Olympic Games. And what's happened is the Romanians are making a chase on the Russians. They are about 4/10 of a point behind Russia. Russia is 4/10 of a point behind the United States. The United States will be warming up on balance beam. They have taken Amy Chow out, so she will be the odd person out because she has had some problems on the beam. She had a serious problem back at the Olympic trials. Watch very closely her head here. She slips and strikes her head on the side of the beam. She had a nice knot after that, and had she not gotten back up and finished the routine at the trials in Boston, she would not be here today. What a courageous fighter.
Oh, it was incredible. She basically did that routine with one eye shut. And the reason why Amy's off beam as well, John, is because she has a lot of difficulty in a routine, and I think it's a little risky to take those chances in today's team competition. There's room to err. This young lady is first up for the USA. She's typically solid and consistent.
We should tell you that the United States' biggest problem in the compulsories was on this piece of apparatus.
And typically, John, the first athlete sets the stage. I think if Amanda Borden goes up there and doesn't just make it through, but does a good routine, it'll settle this U.S. team down for balance beam. She has the nerves of being in the Olympic Games. She has the fans screaming, and she has the blaring music of the Romanians on floor exercise to contend with. Amanda Borden.
First big combination coming up right here. This will set the stage. Gosh, she looks confident. Amanda may not have some of the more exciting elements that we're going to see later on from this U.S. team. But as I said, it's so important to be on first one up.
It is so easy to doubt yourself just a little bit on beam, and when you do, you don't necessarily fall off, but you have what's called a balance check, and I don't think she's had one thus far.
Amanda's 19. She narrowly missed a berth on the Olympic team 4 years ago.
Just the dismount. She has done her job. That's what they asked for. She delivered.
The countries that are challenging the United States are Russia just behind them and Romania. Ukraine in fourth position. We'll be following those stories for you.
I tell you, I have seen Amanda Borden compete many times, and this is no exaggeration. This was the best beam routine I have ever seen her do, bar none.
She is looking for that score. 9-7-2-5. She'll take that one. The United States has not had a score lower than that yet. Her training partner, J.C. Phelps, what she's looking at is a piece of apparatus that tripped her up 2 days ago. She fell off the beam in compulsories. The whole team was shaken. It took Shannon Miller to get up there and do a near perfect exercise to settle everybody down. Let's watch.
was so uncharacteristic to see JC fall in compulsories. This is what we're used to seeing. This is the kind of work she's capable of.
We just had a fall off the uneven bars for the Russians. 4 things going on at once here. U.S., Russia, Ukraine.
That fall will give the United States a little bit of breathing room.
JC Phelps was 24th as a junior. 3 years ago, she almost quit the sport.
Whoa.
While JC was on, the Russians, who are in second place, Yelena Dolgopolova, watch.
Very difficult element we're going to see, but it doesn't matter how difficult it is. If you fall off the apparatus, it is 0.5 of a point right there.
The scores coming up for JC Phelps. This place is breathless.
You know, though, John, I'd be surprised if it went up here. Amanda was so strong out of the blocks, and JC just some slight little balance checks.
We'll take a break. We'll be back with her score in a moment.
Usually when you're hearing from me and the General, we're talking about affordable car insurance, and we're having fun. But right now, times are tough. So we hope your family is staying safe at home, because even though we're here to protect your car, our biggest concern is you. Soon enough, we'll be back on the road. Shakalicious. And back to our usual fun. To be or not to be. For 55 years, the Journal has stood by our customer when they've lost their insurance or needed payment flexibility. So if you need help, call us. But most importantly, stay safe.
Almost spilled the almost milk. Chobani Oat tastes like milk without the dairy.
Nutro. Non-GMO ingredients, no artificial flavors. All the energy dogs need and nothing they don't. Nutro. Feed clean.
World champion! Russell, another goal. More magic from Schifrin.
The crown is still his.
The most decorated gymnast ever. Syracuse just brought the house down. History for Michael Phelps.
Usually when you're hearing from me and the General, we're talking about affordable car insurance, and we're having fun. But right now, times are tough. So we hope your family is staying safe at home, because even though we're here to protect your car, our biggest concern is you. Soon enough, we'll be back on the road. Shakalicious. And back to our usual fun. To be or not to be. For 55 years, the Journal has stood by our customer when they've lost their insurance or needed payment flexibility. So if you need help, call us. But most importantly, stay safe.
I came across SoFi and it was the best decision of my life.
I feel cared about as a member.
We're getting a super competitive interest rate on our money. We're able to invest through the same exact platform.
I really like that they didn't have any hidden or extra fees.
SoFi has brought me peace of mind. Truly, thank you for helping me prepare for whatever the future has in store.
JC Phelps score on beam, a 9.60.
So as I said, the score did drop. Typically they are supposed to go up. You put your stronger gymnasts later up in the lineup.
And Tim, it was because of the dismount.
Carrie Struggs up there now. If you've not heard us say it before, this thing is 4 feet off the ground, 4 inches wide.
Look at the face. She is not giving up.
We have seen Kerri Strug's confidence grow almost logarithmically this year. She's had a couple of great opportunities because of athletes being injured. At the American Cup, she was able to win the title.
Started with that first big international win at the American Cup.
Bella Caroli. Before that, it was Bert and Melanie Strug, her parents. She's on her way to her coach.
That's what we were talking about. All right. Fantastic. Good job. Good job, Kev. No, that's go strong. Sure, why not? Yes.
We've seen him coach Nadia, Mary Lou, and with this crowd here behind Kerri and the rest of the Americans, how would you like to be Milo? Lavinia Milosevic from Romania.
John, she's been around a long time. She is very cool, and this is her event.
She has a swollen ankle that she hurt. She twisted it. She's the leader of a team that is 2 men down, but they are competing with 6. They should have 7 here.
And John, they are not going quietly.
Something's happened. There's either the wrong music or she wasn't ready.
Oh boy, and that
can rattle an athlete.
Her music is supposed to be hooked on America. Octavian Bellew, her coach, is waving his arms just before you saw him there. I guess she just wasn't ready. It's the same music. Behind her is Dominique Dawes from the United States on the beam. Strug score on beam a 9.737. Milosevic knows how to do this routine. She scored a perfect 10 to win the floor exercise in 1992. One of only 2 perfect 10s in the games. Lavinia Milosevic. The roar went up for Dominique Dawes' beam, and that has to be disconcerting.
And you can't have a tougher competitor than this young lady right here. The crowd going absolutely crazy. She misses her cue on her music, but still she is not flustered at all.
All right, now here is Dawes' routine on beam.
And it doesn't matter where Dominique competes. Everywhere she goes, she is a crowd pleaser. She is so powerful. Everything she does with amplitude. Look at the height of those jumps.
Filling you in with some scoring, the Russians averaged a 9.6 on bars. The Americans averaged a 9.8.
Here's where you're going to hear the roar. I don't know what these coaches said to this American team, because after the compulsory competition, they could have moved ahead of the Russians heading into this event. They were rattled on the beam, as many countries were, but not today.
We've been keeping our eye on the uneven bars where the Russians are. And and they have been making a comeback after that fall early on.
Big stuff.
And her score was a 9.725, Dominique Dawes. So the Americans still cranking it out on the beam. Milosevic's score on floor, a 9.812. Shannon Miller is up next on beam for Team USA. It was her beam routine in the compulsories that steadied everyone and got them back on track.
Staff could not have prepared this team any better than they have. You know, they were at a training camp in North Carolina prior to the start of these Olympic Games, and their training camp was in a coliseum on a podium. Certainly a much better preparation than they had in Barcelona, and then they topped off the week with an exhibition in front of 17,000 fans.
It's always been said that Shannon has toiled in the shadow, first of Kim Zemeskal at the 92 games. And then this past year in the shadow of Dominique Moceanu. But so far she has been the most solid competitor for the Americans. Compulsory's on.
Not even a waver in this routine, just the dismount.
Shannon Miller and the rest of the Americans are hot. They are very hot. Her score coming up.
Going to the doctor is such a pain. Ugh, the old way of getting birth control. Have the exam and they gotta call the pharmacy and then the pharmacy's gotta call you. I first saw Nurex on Instagram and I thought there's no way this can be real.
Nurex takes my insurance and my pills are free.
You can do the pill, the ring, the patch,
the shot. Do they have the shot?
Yeah.
Really?
Signing up for Nurex was amazingly easy. It came right to my door and the shipping was free.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty much the best.
Hi, I'm Lolly, a Domino's franchisee.
As you can see, we're open and working hard to safely keep putting food on people's tables.
And we could use your help doing that.
If getting some full or part-time work during these tough times could help you.
Domino's is hiring.
Head to jobs.domino's.com
and apply today. Because we're not only committed to putting food on people's tables,
we're committed to helping you put food on your table.
Doug.
Give me your hand! I can save you! Lots of money with Liberty Mutual. We customize your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
You're watching Olympic Games Week on NBCSN.
Get free access to NBC Sports Gold and relive the best moments in sports.
Nobody's going to get close to Perry Baker. Christian Coleman leads Justin Gatlin. Christian Coleman is a world champion.
The story of this Tour de France belongs to Egan Bernal.
Michaela Schifrin makes more history.
Start streaming now at NBCSports.com/free.
Shannon Miller scored 9-8-6-2 on the balance beam. What indeed did the coaches say to these American women? Next up, Dominique Moceanu, 14 years old in the Olympic Games. At this point in time, the United States is still ahead of Russia. We are in the second rotation of 4.
Perfect.
You know, John, I've watched these young ladies train, and they do an average of 10 beam routines in every practice.
We have a microphone on Bella Caroli, her coach. I want you to hear it.
And tight, nice height. Yes! 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 And long. Yes! Gorgeous! Good. Yes. Clean. Good job. Right. Nice and easy. Yes. Good, Domi. Nice and clean. Clean, smooth. Smooth. And stay. Hey, we got it. We got it. That's what we are talking. Good job. Good job, little piggy. Good for now. Is that right? Yes. 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 All right. All right.
It is moves like that that will win Team USA their first gold medal.
I have one word to say. Awesome.
You know, you dream your whole life of going to the Olympic Games, and this is what the dream looked like to all 7 of these girls. They couldn't be doing any better.
While this was happening, Svetlana Horkina and her Russian team were on uneven bars, and despite a fall from one of their team members, their scores have been well over 9-7. And again, they're in second place entering this rotation, second place to the United States.
She's very tall on this event, but very elegant. Long lines add to the unique look that she carries on this event. She does some great skills.
When she was first starting gymnastics, the coaches didn't want to take her because they felt like she would be too tall.
That's a new skill there, John. Capitalizing on her long body. It's just incredible what she can do on this event.
And her score was a 9.850, which keeps the Russians very, very close to the United States. And back here with the United States marching to their next rotation, the standings will show you that they are firmly established in gold medal position. 2 more rotations for the United States and the rest of the best in the world. Merely 5/10 separate Russia from the U.S., and they will try and hang on.
So we are halfway through the optionals portion of the team final. Only 2 rotations left. The U.S. still holding that lead over Russia. The Americans go to the floor exercise next, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
For over 75 years, people have saved money with Geico. Oh, sorry.
Here we go from the top, and action.
For over 75 years, people have saved money with Gecko.
Cut it.
What did I say? Gecko. I said Gecko. Oh. For over 75 years,
Keep it together.
I'm good. For over 70. What are you doing there? Stop making me laugh.
Geico, saving people money for over 75 years.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Nutro. Non-GMO ingredients, no artificial flavors. All the energy dogs need and nothing they don't. Nutro. Feed clean.
Everyone's doing what they can to get through these times. And so are we. Mercedes-Benz is making vehicle maintenance and buying needs as safe and seamless as possible. Many dealers offer options such as pickup delivery and at-home service, online shopping and home delivery, as well as special finance arrangements. Because we understand buying and servicing your vehicle shouldn't be a challenge in these already challenging times. Get 0% APR financing up to 36 months on most models and 90-day first payment deferral on any model.
Does this make you want a Reese's? Oh, how about this? Okay, we'll stop. Just kidding. We're not gonna stop. Not sorry. Reese's.
This is Corona Hard Seltzer. The only hard seltzer made with pure beach vibes. With the taste of blue skies in every can. And a refreshing splash of fruit flavors. 0 grams carbs, 0 grams sugars, 90 calories. There's a lot to like about that. It's another way to find your beach.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Mike Tirico. If you've been enjoying Olympic Games Week, we want to remind you that you can watch Olympic sports content 24 hours per day, 7 days a week, all year long on a television network devoted to the Games. Olympic Channel, home of Team USA. You'll find the best moments from past Olympics, original series and documentaries, and live events once they return to action. And aren't we all looking forward to that? So please check your channel lineup and ask your cable, satellite, or streaming provider about getting Olympic Channel in your home. We thank you for watching.
Welcome back. John Tesh with Tim Daggett, Elfie Schlegel. And after 2 rotations, the United States is in gold medal position. For Team USA, they have 2 more pieces of apparatus. J.C. Phelps on floor exercise. Over JC's shoulder there. The Russians are on beam. Russians are chasing the Americans. They are nearly 0.5 of a point behind them. Sixteen-year-old J.C. Phelps, named for her parents, Jack and Cheryl, on her way to Mary Lee Tracy, the Olympic coach, and her personal coach.
This American team just can't seem to do anything wrong. Floor exercise, very stable event. The Russians are on beam. The U.S. team is putting pressure on, and it's a scary event to be on the balance beam.
The Romanians are putting pressure on the Russians. Romanians are over on vault, while the Ukrainians are on uneven bars. J.C. Phelps trains at the Cincinnati Gymnastics Academy here at Circulon. She was not supposed to vault, but her teammate was injured.
Well, small steps like that, you're going to take a 1/10 of a deduction. In this situation, you need to nail them.
9-7-5 for JC's floor exercise. 6-member teams, they rotate together to each piece of apparatus. So the next for USA will be Amanda.
And her first tumbling pass is the only really scary one in the routine. She's had problems with it.
A near fall on balance beam just then. Yelena Grosheva, Russia, just barely hung on.
Amanda needs to get this first tumbling pass over with, and then she can breathe easy. You know, this team has done everything right. Their preparation heading into these games, they're not just nailing things, they're having fun while they're doing it.
There is no room for a mistake here in the games. We told you about Yelena Grosheva on the beam. Let's show you what happened to her.
That is amazing that she even was able to stay on that front flip. Tremendous fight.
But it's still going to cost her about 3/10 of a deduction.
Arkayev, Leonid Arkayev, the coach, told us this morning that he was worried about all the screaming and yelling here in America for the USA while his team was on beam. Dominique Moceanu is next.
In 90 years at Farmers, we thought we'd seen it all, from fires and hurricanes to animal antics we could laugh about later. But we haven't seen this. So Farmers is reducing auto premiums by 25%, extending payment due dates, and expanding coverage for the delivery drivers who are carrying us through. And then we'll do the next thing, and the thing after that, until this is another thing we've seen and done.
Wouldn't it be nice to eat with some of your old friends? Like the Chalupa Supreme, beefy 5-layer burrito, and more. Order ahead and get your $5 Chalupa Cravings box at Taco Bell's contactless drive-thru.
Relive the greatest moments in sports when NBC Sports opens the vault.
All the drama you could possibly ask for.
Celebrate the classics all next week in primetime on NBCSN. Big Break Mondays continue with marathons of classic seasons. The ladies take on the men in this all-star reunion. Big Break Dominican Republic. All day Monday on Golf. And binge more seasons on Golf Pass.
I'm so excited to meet this man.
Saddle up for a new episode.
I know her.
The drama is bigger.
I just found out I tested positive for COVID.
In Texas.
It's a little worrisome, y'all.
This is really intense for me.
This is not working out. We about to get divorced.
A new episode of Married at First Sight, a Lifetime original series. Wednesday at 8. Only on Lifetime.
This past year has felt like a long, long Norwegian winter. But eventually, with spring comes rebirth. Everything begins anew. And many of us realize a fundamental human need to connect with other like-minded people. Welcome back to the world.
Viking, exploring the world in comfort once again.
John Tesh with Tindak and Elfie Schlegel in a sold-out Georgia Dome. Amanda's score for floor, 9-7, 6-2.
And John, that's exactly what they want. They want to see those scores build.
Dominique Moceanu, and I will tell you that if she nails this, this place will come apart.
Get ready to have some fun. This is called Devil Went Down to Georgia.
We just had another Russian fall on the beam for the first fall. The music, the devil went down to Georgia. A little angel here in Atlanta.
If you had any questions about that injury, there's your answer.
There was so much talk that she wouldn't even be here. She missed the Olympic trials. Stress fracture in her right leg. She sat out to get therapy. Couldn't even land on it for weeks. Both she and Bella Caroli in tears over it. And now the waiting and one more piece of apparatus for Dominique Moceanu, the vault.
Well, that incredible routine and that fall on the balance beam means that the Russians will count a very low score.
Watch this. This is the Alpina.
Same move as Grosheva.
Score for Dominique is up 9-8, 3-7. There is nothing stopping the Americans. Arkayev from Russia was worried about this. He was worried about the pressure on his Russian girls, and it has been brought to bear. Dominique does.
It's funny, John, it's exactly what his Russian men did to the Chinese last night. The Americans are going out there, and they are applying the pressure to the Russians.
She won a bronze medal as a member of the U.S. team. She and her team are headed for gold if this keeps up.
They are feeding off each other. This is absolutely wonderful. You know, there isn't one person out there that should even criticize or question these scores. They're well-deserved.
While Dawes was on floor, Svetlana Khorkina and her Russians up on balance beam. And she needs a good performance here because Lyapina had a low of 9-2. Grosheva 9-4. They can, of course, drop that low score of 9-2. But they need a good performance here to stay up with the Americans. Khorkina and the rest trained by Leonid Arkayev, who just last night helped his Russian men's team capture the team gold.
You know, we saw that unusual bar set, which scored very well. Well, she matches that innovation on the balance beam. She does some of the most unusual skills.
Her coach, Boris Pilkin, had to figure out new ways to bring difficulty. She has a longer body, as we've talked about, so she does some unconventional things that work very well.
She has also said that because she's so tall, it's more difficult for her to get around in somersaults, but that when she does, it looks that much more beautiful. She's right.
Different dismount here.
So that was Svetlana Khorkina's routine, while Dominique Dawes was on the floor. That was good for a score of 9-8. Now, Shannon Miller, floor exercise, the second to last to go for the Americans. Miller will be followed by Strug, and then the Americans will move to their last rotation, the vault. Dominique Dawes, 9-8-5-0. It does not get much better than this. They are sticking everything. And the most secure, the most talented, many say, gymnast here, Shannon Miller.
Well, that is a huge break for Shannon. It's going to cost her a couple of tenths.
After landing short on that mount, this is really difficult. Full twisting double.
The 19-year-old from Edmond, Oklahoma, in her second Olympic Games. 5 Olympic medals 4 years ago. Would it be gold tonight?
That's slow, dog. Look at that. Wow. Oh, that's slow, bro. I've seen lower.
Discover how low you can go.
Now that's Snoop Dogg?
With a quote from the General Insurance.
And he's riding with the General.
Yo, G, you drop the rates, I drop the beats.
For a great low rate, you can get online. Go to the General and save some time.
Even for those with less than perfect credit.
Think he's coming back, bro?
At FedEx, our people are our strength. Even during these unprecedented times, we are delivering medical supplies, test kits, and the things you need every day, helping the world move forward together. Strength. What we deliver by delivering.
We are running our COVID-19 technology response on Teams.
Teams has given us the possibility to continue to innovate,
to continue business and to react and to decide action.
Bringing up video visits and accomplishing 14,000 visits in a matter of a few weeks.
L'Oréal, since first day, has decided to convert its facilities to produce hand sanitizer.
I can bring them in. I can actually share my screen and show the x-rays.
Completely agree. This is going to be a game changer for medicine.
The university is not only teaching, is research, is building up projects, is creating culture.
We care about keeping London safe, keeping the police service going. We're living on Teams. It's as simple as that.
We are the Olympic Channel. We are the stories that thrill, empower, move, inspire. We are the home of heroes. Join us on the road to Tokyo 2020.
Welcome back. Shannon Miller's score. She is waiting for it. We're waiting for the 6 judges.
Well, you know, John, this was the first real visible error in any of these routines. It is amazing that she hung on to this. Right there, could have put her hands down, could have taken the fall, but she's tough.
Serious, serious fight right there.
If you just joined us, United States is in a race with Russia and Romania. U.S. in first place. If it ended right here, they would have the team gold and make history. They're just finishing up floor exercise. One more athlete to go. That's Kerry Strug, and then they'll move to the vault. The Russians are on beam right now.
And actually, vaulting is a great event for this team to finish on. Remember, in this competition, they get 2 vaults, and they get to take their best one, so they get to go out there and do a safe one, and then try to do the next one perfect. It's a great situation for Team USA.
Could it be?
Steve Nuno, Shannon's coach.
What in the world? Sure, the other ones are trying to break our roll. We're on a roll. They're trying to break it.
Well, Steve is obviously disagrees with the judges even before the score comes up. Sometimes you can get caught up in the heat of the moment, but there were deductions there.
The judges are being booed here in the Georgia Dome for Shannon's 9.618. What do you think?
I think it's very fair, actually. I thought they may have gone a little bit lower because it was a huge error, but 9.618 is a great score.
Did this break the momentum for the Americans? Kerry Strug. The Russians' last 3 routines were all over 9.8. More pressure for the Americans here. of that judges conference, it delayed the floor exercise, so no one else is competing. All eyes on Carey.
She anchored this team after the first day of competition, posting the highest score. She has done her job again. She has really come a long way.
Carey Strug doing her job for the team and trying to do it for herself. Only the top 3 gymnasts from each team will advance to the individual all-around. Carey missed that 4 years ago. She would dearly love to go this time. Standings after 3 rotations of 4. The United States is in gold medal position. They have widened their lead over Russia. They have doubled their lead over Russia. It's nearly 1 point. This is a tough ticket, but it didn't prevent this young lady from getting in. Chelsea Clinton is enjoying the competition here along with the rest of us. And it is hot here. Hot, not in temperature, but in competition. The Americans have never in their lives performed this well.
And what it's going to take for the Americans to not win this is they have to have at least 2 major breaks for Russia to come out on top, and Russia's got to be near flawless.
Let's set this up for you now. Russia is on the floor exercise, which is just where the Americans were. The Americans, all 6 team members, will compete on the vault. They each get 2 vaults. They will take the higher score, of course, of each one of those vaults. This is J.C. Phelps. They are 6 performances away.
Tim talked about having 2 vaults, going out safe, and now all she needs to do is stick it.
So like Elfie just mentioned, this is a very safe vault. It's not going to bring in a huge score, but it's not going to be bad either. Just a step forward. Now she can try to really nail the landing.
J.C. Phelps' coach is also the Olympic coach, Mary Lee Tracy. That, of course, is Bella Caroli, who was expected to be the Olympic coach. He's coaching J.C., and he's coaching Dominique and Carey. He is Carey Strug and Dominique Moceanu's personal coach. 9.637 for the first one. So let's see what she gets for the second. Very controversial that he was not offered the head coaching job, and he told me it was a slap in the face. They gave it to his wife, Marta. And Mary Lee is also working with her.
They can choose to do a different vault, but she's going to do the same. And by the way, this is the Phelps.
For the hop.
Little bit of a hop, but a better vault. She actually was more aggressive on that one. Just barely didn't stick that one. Should be a better score.
Oh, definitely much more height and distance. The landing looked a lot cleaner as well. Still just a tiny hop.
If there are any histrionics in this, by the way, Bella was behind the barrier when Nadia won. He was behind the barrier when Mary Lou won. And now he's behind the barrier again. 9.662, a little higher. She'll take that one.
John, this next vaulter, she does the most difficult vault of the entire Team USA.
We haven't seen much of Amy Chow. They took her off of floor exercise and the beam. It's part of the team strategy, using your top 6 athletes on each piece.
She might be a little cold, too.
Oh!
Big step.
And she changed her vault. This vault is only out of a 9.9. She went for an easier vault. This is strategy.
Now, will she do the same vault or the other one?
I would like to think she'd choose to do a more difficult vault. She does it quite well, and it's out of a 10.0. But they wanted to be secure on the first vault. Just a half twist. She's very high. but has a lot of over-rotation there. That's quite a substantial step.
The Russians on the floor exercise, and the Alpina's floor was a 9.712, so they are already in this rotation doing better.
And there are numbers off to the side, and the number says 4.503. That means she has changed her vault. She's going for the more difficult one.
Amy Chow's second vault.
Right now, the Americans are making it almost impossible for Russia to catch. Like I said, not just one fault. The Russians need two from the Americans.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is the U.S. opening the door here?
Well, I tell you, you saw the step there, John, but this is such a difficult vault. Very few athletes in the world.
How far will they mark her off for that step?
Because it's such a difficult vault, John, probably only a 1/10 of a point. But, she's trained this vault to do it at the Olympic Games. I'm really glad she got the opportunity to do it. You want to do your hardest things. There is a little bit of form and the step, but super difficulty.
Amy Chow's second vault, 9.712. The Americans with 4 more to go. We'll be back.
And Doug.
Give me your hand! I can save you! Lots of money with Liberty Mutual. We customize your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
At Domino's, we pride ourselves on handcrafted pizza. But after leaving our 450-degree ovens, the only hands that touch them are yours. Mix and match any 2 or more for just $5.99 each and get them with contactless delivery from Domino's.
Humira patients, this one's for you. You inspired us to make your Humira experience even better with Humira Citrate Free. It has the same effectiveness you know and trust, but we remove the citrate buffers. There's less liquid and a thinner needle with less pain immediately following injection. Ask your doctor about Humira Citrate Free, and you can use your copay card to pay as little as $5 a month.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections. Serious and sometimes fatal infections, including tuberculosis and cancers, including lymphoma, have happened, as have blood, liver, and nervous system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are common, and if you've had TB, hepatitis B, are prone to infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection.
Ask your doctor about Humira Citrate Free, the same Humira you trust with less pain immediately following injection.
If you can't afford your medicine, AbbVie may be able to help.
You're watching Olympic Games Week on NBCSN.
Shannon Miller.
I think Shannon's going to be trying an easier vault. Make sure she gets one in the bag. Here we go.
Big hop.
Yeah, she went with the easier vault, as you said, Tim. Trying to be safe. That vault is only out of a 9.9. That's the maximum score. And, of course, with the hop, she'll take a deduction.
Yes, let's go.
Looking over at her coach, Steve Nuno, who was with her through the 92 games as well.
She does this easier vault, like we said, because she knows she's going to get a pretty good score. This is going to not be in the 9.8 range, but it's not bad either.
That's Nuno's scoring of that vault. She's got one more. It's a 9-7. She can keep that one, of course. The Americans need to score high here to stave off the Russians who are on floor.
She went with the bigger vault, John. It was a 1.5 twist. It's worth a 10.0, but a little messy on the landing. She's going to take a big deduction.
All right. You okay? All right.
The question is, what does this mean for the United States? The Romanians looking dejected, still in third place in bronze medal position. 9.637. So it'll be that first vault that counts for Shannon Miller. Dominique Dawes is next.
3 competitors left, and she'll start out with the same vault we just saw from Miller. It's a strong event for her.
The Americans are vaulting for the gold medal, and they have got to pour it on here.
Now that is Dominique's vault. It's big, it's powerful, but let me tell you, if she can stick it, it's going to be a big score. That's what she needs to do the second time around.
You saw Carrie Strug, Elfie, warming up. She'll be coming up. Dawes' second vault. Her first, a 9.737. The crowd is pumped.
The Americans have made it almost impossible. They are not giving in at all. She's already got one great vault. All she needs to do is try to stick right here.
Awesome Dawson. And the Russians on floor exercise are hearing this while they're trying to perform. Witness the home team advantage. They count 5 scores again with the team on each piece of apparatus. They can throw out 1. Here's the situation now. If Dominique Moceanu gets a 9.743, then the American team will be a lock for the team gold. 9.743 or higher on either vault. She has 2 chances.
The Russians still have a couple of athletes left to go, but even if both of those athletes score 10.0, that score that John just gave,
9.762.
that would win the gold medal. Same vault as Dominique. Whoa!
You know, I don't think that that has anything to do with Dominique's injury. I think it has a lot to do with the fact that she hasn't been able to practice that vault very often. In fact, she's done very few of those here. It's all about timing. Remember, it's very difficult. It's a blind landing, a very difficult vault, 1.5 twist, but she falls very short.
And she needs a great vault, not only for her team, but for herself. The top 3 athletes after this competition advance to the individual all-around. Right now, it's Miller, Moceanu, and Dawes.
John, I don't think that score is going to be enough.
9.137, it is not. She needs, again, a 9.743 to win the team gold. Here we go. No! The same thing.
Well, this is amazing. As Elfie said, it's not because of the pain in her leg. It's because she's had very few times practicing this vault because she's been saving her body.
And she looks stunned.
If you told me this was going to happen, I would have said, no way, it's not. It couldn't happen.
Almost identical to the first vault. You know, when she lands this vault, she's capable of a big score. She could have done it for the team. There's the beautiful height and distance, but look, she opened up way too early.
Yeah, actually, that was a way better vault, Elfie, as you said, but It was just a bad landing.
It was the replay of Bella, of course.
That hurts.
All right, 9.2. So she could be out of the individual all-around, and the Americans could lose the team gold to Russia. A 9.493. We've had one more Russian go. So Carrie Strug, it is up to her. If she can score 9.493, as you see her parents in the stands, or better, then she will win the team gold for the USA. She's the last to go. She's the only one who can do it.
She will also perform the same vault we just saw Moceanu sit down 2 in a row on.
Oh! 3 falls in a row for the Americans.
This is scary.
She is limping. Carrie is hurt.
Oh, this could be really bad news, John.
Strug either turn.
You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Yeah, you can do it. Don't worry about it.
Carrie Strug is in trouble. She just stumbled there. She either turned her ankle.
Falls short just like Moceanu. I don't know the last time Carrie Strug did something like that. This is her event.
Up until the vault, here's the reaction of her parents. Up until the vault, it looked like the Americans would be a lock. Her first score, 9.162, not high enough. A couple of things at stake here. If Strug scores big, she will not only win the team gold, but she will advance to the individual all-around. Her teammate, Moceanu, will not. She knows what to do. She will go when she is ready. Carrie Strug is hurt. She is hurt badly.
Well, John, we saw her limping after the first vault.
She has either twisted her ankle or something worse. She hurt herself on the first vault. Probably the last thing she should have done was vault again, but she did, and now she is in a lot of pain. And we have got to find out if she's a 9.712. She has done it. Carrie Strug has won the gold medal for the United States team, and she advances to the individual all-around. The Georgia Dome is all at once in pandemonium, and everyone in this place is worried about Carrie Strug. She's being carried off by 2 of the medical technicians. First, we wonder if she's okay. Secondly, if she'll even be able to come out and get her gold medal.
Boy, I certainly hope so, John. She has trained her entire life for this moment.
The Russians are in tears. Rosa Galieva. Arkayev with her, trying to console her. He can't stop the tears. She cried those same tears 4 years ago when she got pulled out of the all-around. Svetlana Horkina, they got so close. They came in first from the compulsories, and the Americans took it away from them. Dina Kochetkova. This whole place in the Georgia Dome is in chaos. Octavian Belu, Romanian girls got the bronze, and the only word to describe this picture is stunned. And the Americans, they still don't know what happened to their teammate. Everyone you see here will get a gold medal. Dominique Moceanu, everybody's on their feet. Carrie Strug's parents, they've made it out of the stands, off to the medical facility. Let's take one more look.
This was absolutely absolutely brilliant. After that fall, she knew she was capable of standing this vault up. This is her most powerful event. She finished the vault, though, John. The hands went up. It's amazing.
Here's Bella at the same moment.
Right. Go. 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 Yes!
Well, this crowd of screaming fans is missing one very important gold medalist right now. Is Carrie Strug okay? We all want to know. Carrie Strug has gotten some treatment. She is still in pain, very emotional, but it looks like she is going to be able to come out and have a gold medal put around her neck.
You know, John, Carrie has always been in the shadows of some pretty great American gymnasts, but something that keeps playing in my mind is Bella Caroli always saying, Carrie, it will be your time. And you hate to see it in the form of an injury, boy. That was an awesome vault. She did it for the team.
It was Bella who said, she has always been there for me as a consistent performer. Tonight, she was there for Bella, for her team, for her country, and for herself.
Well, there are some tears because of pain, but I think they're tears of joy too, John.
The doctors say it is a moderate sprain and she's going to be okay. She is questionable for the all-around, of course, but that is not on her mind right now. There she is with the rest of her 6 sisters who will all get gold medals in just a few moments. Tomorrow, Carrie Strug will be on the cover of every newspaper in the world. Her story an inspiration to every youngster, to every adult who has ever had a dream to do something incredible. Bella and Marta Caroli, husband and wife, and what a coaching team they are.
The last time. Yes. Yes.
Last time for gold.
Yes.
Oh, God.
20 years ago, a big one, no big one.
20 years ago, the big one, that was when Nadia won gold. And I think I heard them say, Tim, that they're retiring. Amanda Borden. That's Dominique's dad, who seems to be out of film. Dominique Dawes.
It's probably his 10th role, John.
Amy Chow, who almost didn't make it after that crash on the balance beam back in trials. Another courageous youngster. J.C. Phelps. Dominique Moceanu. Carrie Strug. One more Olympic medal to add to her 5 that she got in Barcelona. Shannon Miller. American gymnastics team, men or women, has won a team gold medal in a fully attended Olympics. Take a look at history. The next sound they will hear will be their national anthem.
Usually when you're hearing from me and the General, we're talking about affordable car insurance, and we're having fun. But right now, times are tough. So we hope your family is staying safe at home, because even though we're here to protect your car, our biggest concern is you. Soon enough, we'll be back on the road. Shakalicious. And back to our usual fun. To be or not to be. For 55 years, the Journal has stood by our customer when they've lost their insurance or needed payment flexibility. So if you need help, call us. But most importantly, stay safe.
Almost spilled the almost milk. Chobani Oat tastes like milk without the dairy.
I switched to Miralax for my constipation. Stimulant laxatives forcefully stimulate the nerves in your colon. Miralax works with the water in your body to unblock your system naturally, and it doesn't cause bloating, cramping, gas, or sudden urgency.
Miralax. Look for the pink app.
I came across SoFi and it was the best decision of my life.
I feel cared about as a member.
We're getting a super competitive interest rate on our money. We're able to invest through the same exact platform.
I really like that they didn't have any hidden or extra fees.
SoFi has brought me peace of mind. Truly, thank you for helping me prepare for whatever the future has in store.
Usually when you're hearing from me and the General, we're talking about affordable car insurance, and we're having fun. But right now, times are tough. So we hope your family is staying safe at home, because even though we're here to protect your car, our biggest concern is you. Soon enough, we'll be back on the road. Shakalicious. And back to our usual fun. To be or not to be. For 55 years, the Journal has stood by our customer when they've lost their insurance or needed payment flexibility. So if you need help, call us. But most importantly, stay safe.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise for the national anthem of the United States of America?
Seven women strong, 7 gold medals. The United States gold medal women's gymnastics team. They work together as a team perfectly, and they close it out as a team. Don't forget Carrie. Back in Bella's arms. She left him after the Barcelona games for 5 different gym changes and finally said, I must come back to Bella.
Very good at before, yes. Sure. Enjoy it, Kenny. Enjoy it very much. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. You deserve it. You deserve it. Enjoy it.
Mary Loretton, Kim Zemeskel.
All right.
But now Bella must deposit her back on the stretcher.
Okay, baby.
And she's going to be okay. Down to Beth.
Carrie, how are you?
I'm okay.
Do you know that this is what it's like to be a hero?
Well, I'm just glad that I did well. We got the gold. It's like a dream come true, but I can't believe this happened, but it's okay.
Take good care of her, guys. And so a dream does come true for Carrie Strug and 6 of her American teammates. Olympic champions, each and every one.
One of the most memorable wins in Olympic history, as the Magnificent Seven became the first U.S. women's gymnastics team to earn gold. And Carrie Strug's final vault remains one of the defining images of the Atlanta Games. Strug's vault also helped her qualify for the individual all-around final, but because of her ankle injury, she had to hand over her spot to Dominique Moceanu and watch the all-around from the sidelines. Atlanta marked the arrival of the United States as a powerhouse in women's gymnastics. In Sydney, Amy Chow and Dominique Dawes would return to try to extend that dominance. Thanks for joining us today. We'll see you next time.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Mike Tirico. If you've been enjoying Olympic Games Week, we want to remind you that you can watch Olympic sports content 24 hours per day, 7 days a week, all year long on a television network devoted to the Games. Olympic Channel, home of Team USA. You'll find the best moments from past Olympics, original series and documentaries, and live events once they return to action. And aren't we all looking forward to that? So please check your channel lineup and ask your cable, satellite, or streaming provider about getting Olympic Channel in your home. We thank you for watching.
Hey everyone, I'm Carolyn Mano, welcoming you to this edition of Olympic Classics, a look back at the women's individual all-around gymnastics competition from the Athens Games in 2004. 4 years earlier in